this Metal and Lost Temple are my favorite maps. And I think this is just a really well-designed map. And Wes spawning as Terran again versus Zerg. So are we going to see a similar cheese to what we saw last time? That barracks on, I think, 9 or 10. And then that bunker up front really aggressively plays. I think Cheticus will be able to respond to it just as well as Chompy did, though.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. This was my favorite part about them. This is what made me fall in love with Wes in the first place, was his weird Terran play. We saw 2 games of him versus Chompy, one where he just kind of did everything in the book and had a very TLO style of play. And then the second game, he did a really effective Marine rush that was just perfectly countered by Chompy using a lot of drones. And but then he went for this weird Raven style play that just didn't win it for him. So I'm hoping more for the first type of game and less for the weird Raven type of game. But really entertaining Terran player no matter what happens. And already he's going Supply Depot first, so he's not going for any sort of 10 racks. Chompy on there, Chompy, Cheticus, both of you CHs are confusing me forever. But Cheticus, on the other hand, is going to have to decide if he's going to go for a fast expansion or not. We saw Chompy in basically every game, even small maps, being really confident about that. So Chet is right on the time now where he needs to either expand or and he's getting gas first. So this is going to be gas first speedling play out of Chet.
Wow, that is a heroic drone. I thought it was actually going to get out of the base. And yes, there we go. Using the best thing he could have really done with that low health drone is at least delay. Well, he's not really delaying the gas, but put it there so that it's not under threat, and maybe just scoot away when he's done. So we see that Wes is deciding not to go for that bunker cheese because he saw how ineffective it is against a really competent player. But is he going to build a supply depot like he did last time to delay that? I think he did see that the pool is really, really late. So I think that would be the wisest decision for him to make right here.
Yeah, he's pretty sure. I mean, most players at this caliber, you never see it before 14. So I think he's pretty sure that it's a normal slow. He saw that, he's already got the pull down and it's a normal thing. So he's, the timing now to get a expansion up is going to be probably like a minute from now or something like that. But I really like that half-built supply depot last time because it still allows him to cancel it remotely. But at the same time, if he builds it to like 50% hit points, it takes forever for a bunch of drones to kill it.
Absolutely, and that SCV actually going to work on that extractor. I don't know if that was the greatest move, just because I think the SCV would just be a lot more useful mining. It just doesn't do all that much damage. It would take 100 hits for it to kill that extractor. And yes, it got a head start, but honestly, the Marine is not going to be anything better. And bunker.
Wes going for the bunker. Does he have any Marines, though? He's got double barracks, so he could really pump out a lot of Marines here. This might just be a threat bunker. Yeah, he's basically just trying to piss off Cheticus with that bunker. A lot of times we play 3v3s, and my main man, Quasimodo, often will just go into the back of his base and build a bunker just to freak the guy out. And then he doesn't do anything with it, but the person inevitably goes, oh my god, there's, Reapers coming, and he has to cancel the bunker as a result, and it's just kind of there to just throw their game off a little bit.
Yeah, but Cheticus is definitely staying cool, calm, and collected. Yep. If you look at the production tab, just continue making drones. He knew it wasn't a real threat, especially with this kind of timing. And I think he's seen everything he really needs to see. There's a tech lab and reactor as well as a factory going down. So finally getting up that gas as well, Wes. I'm wondering when he killed that off and it really pushed back the timing. I don't think too much. But I think Cheticus is going to be in a fairly secure position, getting up that speed research that you always like to see. Yep. I'd like to see him start spreading his creep a little more now that he knows that he's expanding. But
I think I see this build coming now pretty well too. Yeah, he's going for Marine tank push right now. He got the tech lab just to get the stim. I don't know if he's going to get any Marauders, but he's going to go for a stim single tank siege tank push. Let's see if I'm right. That's my prediction, at least. And if I'm not right, I'll just forget all about it, not mention it again. But I'd like to see that. That's that classic sort of, oh, never mind, he's lifting up and going to put it in the wall. Is he still going to build anything out of it, though? We'll see.
I've just given up predicting Wes.
Yeah, he's kind of all, he plays like musical chairs with his add-ons. Yeah. He just does whatever he wants, I guess.
Yeah, he really does. And now he is making that Baneling-proof wall. It's identical to the wall we saw last time as far as placement of buildings. He doesn't have a starport like he did last time for that very odd Raven Hunter Seeker missile play that we never really saw come to fruition. But right now, Cheticus, I'm wondering, once he sees this really defensive play, how he's going to respond. I mean, unlike when he's playing against someone like Protoss, he knows that Terran can at any moment just move out of his base and kill you. this A move across the map. So he needs to be really, really on top of his scouting. Make sure he knows exactly when something's going to happen. I really like that. Send one ling up, try to check out the composition of a player, and just go back down the ramp, because you know at that positioning, if your player moves that far down the ramp, you know he's about to move out. So I really like this.
Yep, and here come the initial Hellions, and this is always important. Day 9 will talk about this a lot too. I'm a Day 9 fan if you can't tell. But just it's always good, even if he's going to kind of hang back in his base for a little bit, it's good to have these units that can just be mobile and go out there and do stuff. But looks like he's just going to go straight for a Hellion Marine Marauder push. Why not? He's got all the units for it, so he's just pumping out, and we're going to have to see how well Cheticus can hold that off. He's going to need a flood of lings and a handful of roaches, which is exactly what he has, although I would rather he have some spine crawlers up by now. But here comes the push.
Yeah, I'm just going to depend on a really good flank from the Zerglings. They need to get around. Oh, excellent. Beautiful, beautiful positioning by those Zerglings. But those Hellions are doing quite a bit of damage and killed off all those Zerglings so quickly. Oh my god.
Yeah, those Stim and Marines are just a mess. They just jipped all that.
Oh god, and please don't chase that Hellion with here. There we go. And yeah, I think making the smart decision we can. Oh, a little indecisive with the drones. I still think he should commit a few to just killing off these few units. There we go. You don't want to really lose roaches to this kind of push, and those Marauders will do it. And he is forced to take off some mining time while that Hellion sits in the back, not really doing too much of anything, but it's really well positioned. That's not a great spot for those Zerglings, but I guess that wasn't terrible, because it looks like the Terran player did not expand during that time. And that's the biggest thing.
He did a little bit of economic damage to his expansion. He traded a bunch of units. That was the full brutality of early Stim pack. That was pretty much all he was looking for, was just big fat Stim push. We'll have to see. He's still getting some more Hellions, still getting some more Medevac. So he's going to go for a Medevac, Hellion, Marauder, Marine, Stim push, which is frankly not a bad idea, because like I said, every Zerg player on Earth at this point in the game pretty much is just going to be lings and a couple of roaches. So that's a very good anti-that army.
And now I'm very curious as to whether Cheticus has watched Wes play on the stream. Probably not, because he was probably doing his own games at the moment. But here we go for his patented drop. He loves to drop very, very early. Even when he loses an engagement, he likes to keep on the pressure as much as possible. But Cheticus, such good anticipation. Moving back there, even has a Baneling. Oh, very nice play by Wes, though. Beautiful, just dropping that one Marauder to love the hit from the Baneling, and now picking it up. This is so annoying to deal with.
Oh, what a great move. Do you see that? He's just tanking those Banelings.
So good.
He's like suiciding into the Banelings with his one Marauder and just healing it up a little bit in between.
But the thing with Wes is, I think he needs to focus on his macro a little bit more. I mean, he has 600 right now, even though he's doing a cute little drop here. And at the end of the day, it's cool, but how effective is it? Like, what is he trying to accomplish here? And he might kill off a few drones, but he's losing so many units for it. And get a clean snipe, that's pretty nice too. But
I guess the wager here is hopefully you've got more APM than your opponent, and while you're doing this, you're macroing, and while he's defending, he's not macroing. I guess that's your hope, is that you just have more APM than him, and you can distract him and throw his game off a little bit more. But I'm not too sure that that's the case.
And we see him double expanding, so very aggressive play from him, economically speaking. Gonna make sure that he's on 3 base before his opponent is. But Cheticus, I think if he losing this gap, he'll know what's up, and know it's getting to the point where he needs to think about what his long-term strategy is. Because I think after that one push, nice Maynard there. After that one push, he probably thought he was fairly safe, but now he sees that his opponent is determined not to give him any moments to breathe. Even sending out another strike force is going to be very, very tough to deal with, especially with that many Hellions.
He just popped that one Marauder. He just, on his way out of the base, he dropped the Marauder and popped 4 more Banelings with the single Marauder. He lost the Marauder eventually, but that one Marauder, just by being a tank, killed probably.
Oh god, here we go! And all those drones are about to get roasted! He needs to move the drones back! Oh dear! And he's in big, big trouble. That is not the position you want to be in against those Hellions. Of all those Hellions, oh no, they move it! Oh, clutch with the Banelings. I think I'll just a blunder on
stimming that's going to be tough.
Yeah, and
all these he wasted so many Banelings early on because they kept hitting those Marauders that were being basically dive bombed onto them, and he just doesn't have. I don't think he's going to have the army to fight